Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Okay, our production meeting's complete.
We've made the building blocks of everything.
That's right, we know exactly. Well, we got the studio names right this week.
Bienvenido.
Yes, welcome to Friday. It's podcast
Welcome
Friday.
back.
And as you can see, we've got the Western Studio. I managed to update the name for Sadiq this week. From the west side, and I'm all south. I'm all whatever that is.
So flashing up the
Southeast.
gang signs, hide your
Oh,
paracetamol.
That's right.
It's now time
Welcome.
for the Two Dads.
Welcome back to the Two Dads
Welcome in.
podcast. Yes, we love to welcome you all back.
In the
Episode
German
49? Episode
49
49.
and feeling fine.
Tell you what,
49 and feeling fine.
we are one off the half century. One off the half century. 3 off the full year. That's wow. Reaching a milestone. And thank you for those who join us on a weekly basis. We know who you are.
Look, you are a very stalwart sort of bunch. And,
Yes, we appreciate
we
your
know-
patronage.
You know, I've been kind of despondent lately because the YouTube algorithms are just not. I don't think it's helping our society as a whole, but that's a topic for another day.
Oh god, let's not get started.
I just think, we don't have fancy thumbnails
Nah,
that
this is raw.
show
No,
a promise of something
no,
that
this
they
is what.
shouldn't. If you understand what I'm
Let's-
saying.
Let's be very clear. We press record, we record it, and I put it in iMovie with a intro and an outro, and that's it. We're done. That's what makes our
We offer
podcast
you
unique.
Only some ethical entertainment.
Just
That's
exactly. And what else do we
it. Bit of
offer
a
as
laugh
two
at the end of
dads?
the week.
What else do we offer as two
Unwinding.
dads? Mate, puns
We offer the puns and the jokes.
and our ongoing new segment.
Dude,
Dude,
that's not
that's
parking.
not parking. I love it. I love that
We've had a
segment.
rousing response, I might add.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, let's jump straight
So-
into it.
Thank you to all the
Oh,
contributors.
yes, thank you, and
That's the right thing.
thank you for my sixth sense, because, mate, driving around car parks looking for really bad parking is, you can get into an accident. I'm just saying, it is possible.
It's
It
not
nearly
that hard,
happened.
but you may end up being
Wow.
him.
You may end up being the meme itself. Anyway, so welcome, Two Dads. We are the TOO dads because we are too much like dads. If you're stumbling across this channel or been recommended by someone, welcome. Thank you for joining us. We're going to go through some jokes. We're going to go through some puns,
puns.
and then we'll find out what today's topic is, and
We
then we'll wrap
are-
everything
we
up,
are
as we always
fully
do.
qualified as dads.
We are. Yep.
We
100%.
We have the proof in the bedrooms of the other side
Yep.
of the studios.
Yeah, we have the dent in
That's
the
for
bank
sure.
account to
So-
prove it. So let's move on.
And the shortening of life.
That's right, and the patient's hanging by a thread. But we digress.
So we have every right to espouse the opinions that we have.
Yes. Yeah,
We
and
worked
we do
hard
it.
for those opinions,
We do, and we do it from an
and we
ethical
love to share
standpoint.
the lighter side of life along from an ethical standpoint. We love
Yep.
to send the love letter of common sense
Yep.
out to someone or something.
Correct. We'll find out what that
and
is soon. I don't know what the
especially-
topic is,
yeah.
as always. I don't know what it is.
So Phil has
No
no
clue.
idea.
No
No clue whatsoever.
Yeah, like I said, our production meeting was me changing Sadiq's name. That was it. And we're good to go.
Western Studios, and that's it.
And that's it. So let's
So,
go.
So because we are on a clock, so
We are on a clock.
prior to me announcing what the topic is,
I'm going to jump into some puns, hopefully, because I need a Booch Opener. I got the berry. I got the mixed berry this time.
I have the
have you got?
focus,
Oh, focus.
the lemon and ginger.
Yep. Is it
That
vegan?
that
Plant-based?
has to tell me it's plant based.
Okay. All right. Well, you never
natural.
know. You
Lemon and ginseng
never know.
and ginger. Thanks to my lovely Shakira. She's
I
she's
like
the
the
Booch
you,
supplier.
I'm liking the ensemble you have on tonight. You've got the
Oh,
shirt
you do.
and the
Nice.
vest.
Matching.
You look very dapperish.
Old fashioned.
Western studio dapper is what you're looking. I'm looking like
Well,
Southeast.
we aim
Crackhead.
to please. So I'm not sure which one's going to be the Booch opener.
Let's
I don't
go.
want to oversell it,
We'll know
but
it. We'll know when we see it.
you love your bins, right?
Oh yeah. Love
So
me beans.
there's no need to insult your bins, but
No,
hey, they are bins in the end.
that's
So
right.
where else would you go for your bins but the trailer trash?
The trailer trash.
A great name. We salute you.
Yeah,
The puns on
trailertrash.com.au.
point.
Look at that. That's great.
Now, there's no way the man that started this, if it is in fact a man, we're just
Yeah, the
assuming
person. We'll say person.
it's maybe that's the wrong pronoun
Yeah,
that
no,
we're using.
don't want
Them,
God
if
forbid
them
we
started
offend
up
someone.
a business,
God forbid we offend someone in its
it would
character
be the
building.
trailer trash.
Let's move on.
That must be. It must be a dad.
Nah,
As-
trailer
as-
trash is great. That's
I
great.
think you would agree.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good one.
Is that the
That's a
Booch
perfect
opener?
name. No. We'll decide.
Is that the Booch opener, Phil?
I don't think so. There's another one there. You got better than that.
Well,
You've got better than that. I know you.
so as you know,
Yes.
big fan for the Japanese, right?
Yes, you are.
I am.
You would
And
fit
so
in
is the-
nicely into their society. They're so organized and everything's got its compartmentalized and
Yep.
processed and everything, and like clockwork, that place.
So I was going down Swan Street in Richmond,
Mhm.
and what else do I find but
Well.
easy peasy Japanesey?
Easy peasy Japanese
Japanesey.
hibachi grill.
Is that not
Is that?
fantastic?
It's fantastic, but is that borderline politically incorrect these day and age? I'm surprised they
know.
haven't been shut down.
It's a little
Easy peasy
racially
Japanese.
motivated, but easy peasy Japanesey.
Japanesey. That's great. That's awesome. Where's this? Where'd you say it was?
Swan Street in Richmond.
Oh, see?
It's near the station
Easy
end.
peasy Japanesey.
Swan
This
Street in
takes me
the
back to
actual
our.
train station.
This is going back to primary school, isn't it? Easy peasy Japanesey.
Easy peasy Japanesey.
Probably get in trouble for saying that today.
How can one go wrong? How can one go wrong?
That's a great pun. That's awesome.
So, if that wasn't the Booch opener,
My hand was on the booch then.
oh,
hand was
your
on the
hand was
Booch. Hand was on
That's for sure.
it.
Now, I'd like to say happy birthday for my mum. It was her birthday on Tuesday the 13th.
Happy birthday, Mrs. Fisher.
And
How's she doing, your mum? How's she going?
my mum, she managed to give me a pun.
Oh,
Well, the whole situation.
Mrs.
I had
Fisher.
to.
She
I
contributed to the
ordered some
podcast.
flowers for my mum. We sent some flowers to my mum.
Good on you, mate. Good job.
And obviously, where
You'll
else would
love
you
that.
go? Where else would you go for flowers, Phil?
To a florist. The name of the florist is.
Oopsie Daisy. The Booch opener.
That's the Booch opener right there. Absolutely. Oopsie daisy.
Oopsie Daisy.
Wow. That was a
And
fantastic.
the lovely lady
That's a
that
fantastic lineup of puns.
that owns the florist. She asked me how did I find them?
Yeah.
And I said, how could I not? It's a pun. I salute you.
Mate,
She started laughing.
You've made the
She
podcast.
was very impressed. Said, you made a fantastic.
That's awesome.
You made
Oopsie
a fantastic
daisy.
business out of a pun. That's
Oopsie
wonderful.
daisy flowers.
Oopsie Daisy.
They're everywhere, man. Puns are everywhere. Make the world go around.
Yeah. How can you go wrong?
Oh, they're great. They were on point. 3 for 3.
On
That was
point that.
fantastic.
And all homegrown. Found them all
Well, yeah,
myself.
just in
As I'm
your
going around.
travels as you're going around. That's what happens when you get out and about.
No research required.
I don't know, just
So, how do you tell the difference
oh,
in between an alligator and a crocodile?
their tears.
That's a good guess, but no. Well, you'll see one later and one after a while.
One later and one after a while. What? Is this? I don't. This is a.
Is this the first joke that I have to explain?
Yeah, let's go again.
It's gone over to
Oh,
his head.
see you later, alligator, and in a while, crocodile. Did you hear the bean? Did you hear the bean rattling around? Hang on a second. Oh man, that's
So
one
I'll
of
say
those.
it again. How do you tell the difference
Oh.
between an alligator and a crocodile?
Oh, good God.
One you'll see later, and the other one after a while.
Oh, Dad.
Here's again.
That's,
Dad.
mate, if I had
You
another can of
Feel
Booch, I'd
free to
open it.
use that one on the Smurfs.
Oh, man.
see
They
if
won't get it.
they
It took me a while to get
Oh.
it. I'm thinking, hang on a second. Yeah, no, I got there. I got there eventually.
You have to try that one.
I had to really think through that one.
Spill everything all over the laptop.
It was taking me back to
You have to try to. You have to try
changing
that one on
approximation math in
the
high school.
Athena
That one.
real estate.
Oh, she won't get it. She'll just look. She'll just give me the same look she always does. The look of why? Why did I? Why did I?
I hope people I know are not watching your podcast. They're gonna think,
Oh, you
Well,
know what?
Philip,
Yes,
we have some wonderful news.
we do.
Finally, our socials have worked.
That absolutely worked. Tell us.
So we got an email. Yeah, it was an email
Mm-hmm.
from
Yep.
our number one fan overseas.
Yep.
Overseas.
Oh man, down south.
He's not the only one.
No,
So no jokes.
southern.
He's one of many
Yep.
in the Apple Isle.
Mhm.
It is an island. It is overseas.
Yep. It is a state
Have
of
you
Australia.
got that email handy, Phil?
Oh, I'd have to actually.
Okay. hang on.
I don't know if I have it handy, to be honest with you.
So
This
maybe I have you on the spot.
is what happens when you don't have proper production meetings, right? If you have a
Well,
proper production meeting, we'll be able to.
I have it.
Oh, you
So we
do?
received an email on our social from Ivan,
Okay, you got it. Go for it.
our brother from another mother.
Yep.
He said, also, guys, sorry for bothering with this. I am not a dad yet,
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
but would like to know how much will it be too long to have over a product used by date?
Yeah. So how far past the product used by date?
Yep.
Can you consume something like food? I'm thinking you're talking about food, right?
Yeah, food in
That's what it
general.
would
And,
be, food.
you may think it's a bit of an innocuous
It's a fair question
thing to actually say, but it's
because
a
I
fair
push the
question.
boundaries. I push the boundaries.
That's right. And it is it or is it not a dad's job
Oh
in
yeah.
the household?
I'm always keeping an eye on those used by things.
Yep.
Always.
I'm always doing it in
I'm
the
always
fridge.
checking
Always
stuff.
get-
I'll open the
Why do you
fridge.
people buy stuff and you don't eat it and it
Exactly.
goes out of date?
Exactly.
It's a dad thing.
It is because
It's
like
absolutely
you know
a
back
dad
in the
thing.
day they used to come out the scroll go hear ye. I'll open the fridge and I'll yell out, "Hey, this yogurt's got to get eaten in the next week. It's going to expire.
right.
It's going to be used by who's going to eat this?"
I do exactly the same thing.
But
And
I do
get the
push the
look
boundaries
from everyone,
sometimes.
like, you know.
I'll push the boundaries
like-
though. With the milk, you do the sniff test.
That's it.
You do the sniff test with the milk and with the
Exactly the same
ham.
thing. How people always have to wonder when that red light goes on in your car
Oh
and it's
yeah,
on E.
yeah.
Oh,
How much
fuck.
more petrol? How much more petrol have I
How far?
got?
How far can I go? Should I
Mate,
risk it,
you go to the next petrol station
or,
and
or
you
should I
fill
go to
up.
the service station?
So Ivan, good question. I reckon milk, depending on the
A great
brand,
question, Ivan.
you can go 1 or 2 days. Depends. Coles milk, you can go 2 days.
So you
And
say milk,
sniffed
right?
it. Yes.
I have milk.
Well, we do have milk. We got almond milk.
It's Almond. Now,
What's it say? What's the date on that?
if it doesn't empty all over my laptop, because then there'll be a very
Oh
short show.
mate, 25th. Oh.
Did Wait.
Well, live, folks. All you had to do was read it.
You
You
keep
didn't have
talking.
to. You didn't have to show the
Keep talking.
camera. You just needed to tell us the date. What's the 25th of the
So
8th? And you're using it
yeah,
today, aren't you?
and it's still going.
It's still going. You're still using it.
Now, the reason being, oh my god,
How much
it's
milk have
really-
you spilled?
it was only a little bit, but
No reason to cry over it.
I'm sure that's not going to be good
It's all right.
in the long run on the Z book. Now, I have a whole slab of that in the cupboard. So obviously, I thought, well, I'll risk it and see.
Yeah, I reckon a couple. Like
It's fine because
meats, I reckon meats one day. Chicken is the only thing which I will say no. Chicken, if you smell, if chicken does, if it smells funky, you
Yep.
gotta get rid of that thing because sometimes you can tell when chicken is funky. And milk and any product really, you can tell when it just doesn't smell right. So
Yep.
So
now,
I've stretched milk for a day or two. That's for sure.
now the fundamental of this situation from an ethical standpoint. So
Yes. Is this
obviously the
topic?
title is going to be
Oh yeah.
"Are you out of date?"
Are you out of date? Love it.
Are you series of
You know-
subjects?
Are you out of date? I like it. I know!
So-
Exclamation mark, question mark, and then
So we phrase the topic from an
yeah.
ethical standpoint. All right.
Well, those dates.
I'm annoyed that the American almond milkers has let me down and not actually sealed properly. I'll speak to Costco about that with their Friday deals.
So
Now, hang on. We're just going to
okay,
phrase this from an educational
right.
standpoint.
okay.
Okay, there are some rules for use by dates. Like
Yes.
there are two ways that this appears in your life. So
Yep.
you either have a used by,
Mm-hmm.
which is for food safety,
Yes. Agree. I was going to say that exactly.
or you have a best before,
Yes.
which that is specifically for the standard of the product, for
Yeah.
the texture and the taste. So
Yeah.
as with the almond milk, it's not a use by date, it's just a date.
It's
So
the date.
it means that prior to that, the product was at its utmost fresh
Okay.
and the best.
Yeah.
All right.
Gotcha.
So those are the two circumstances.
Yeah, that's what
So
you
if you
see.
need to make a decision, Ivan, if you need to make a decision,
Yes, you got it.
used by, as
Mm.
Phil's mentioned, any meat or for dairy,
Mm. Yep.
cheese is not
Yep.
generally advisable to use
Yogurts.
much past that used by date,
You go the
because
sniff
then
test.
you have to use your senses. You got to sniff and see.
Like if it's 3 or 4
Many
days,
different ways.
if it's 3 or 4 days, that goes. If it's a day, you can probably get away with it.
I wouldn't be going a
Maybe
week.
2. Oh God, no.
Yeah,
No.
because then you're running the risk of
No. Mate.
food poisoning.
And you're just turning yourself into a science experiment.
But if it's a best before,
Yeah.
no worries.
Yeah. No, best before
A
you
little
can.
bit stale, you know.
Yeah, it might not be as crispy. It might
Maybe
be
the texture.
like it might not be as firm, or
Yeah.
And I'm thinking of things like canned foods and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So
There's certain things that
yeah,
it's not that much of an issue, like just a little bit stale is all.
yeah. I mean, things like tuna. I think I've had tuna that've been, the best before, and I've had it maybe a week after or 2 weeks after, and
Yeah.
it's been all right. So
And they're usually things with a very long shelf life anyway.
yeah, like I said, a lot of canned goods. The things like anything packaged, like chips or biscuits and stuff like that. It
Yeah.
just, the biscuits might not be as crisp or taste as
Yeah.
good or
They
a bit
just
more
may
crumbly
be
or
as
something like
fresh,
that.
but it's still
Mm.
safe to actually eat.
Yeah, but what about there's used by? What about cooked food? Like when you've cooked chicken and it's in the
If you
fridge,
put it in the freezer,
or if you
you can
cook chicken and
you
you put
can
it in the fridge,
reheat
how long can it stay in the fridge and you can
chicken and
still eat it?
pork. You can only reheat once.
You
You
can only
can't
reheat
reheat it
once.
more than twice. Yeah, you can
Yeah,
only
yeah, yeah.
reheat once.
But how long can it stay in the fridge before, like, if I cook it today, could I have it in a week's time if it stayed in the fridge all week? Chicken.
Do it any more than a week.
What do you reckon? I've done a week before.
Should we have a disclaimer in case anyone's
Please do
listening to
not
two
try this at
dads? I had
home.
my meal after 3 weeks, and I
Please,
was
please do not try this at home. I'm just saying, because you cook
and
something,
I
you put
was
in the fridge.
vomiting.
It goes back to the whole thing of checking the use by dates of stuff in the fridge. Who's gonna eat this chicken that was cooked a week ago?
Well,
I don't want to throw it
so what I
out, so I
like to do,
give
so
it a
when we
crack.
open up something, like for example, when I do eventually eat the
Your your
hamburgers,
veggie burger. Yep.
yeah. So when you open it, once it's unsealed, like that has a best. I don't know if you can see it.
No, I
Can't
can't
see
say.
it.
What's the best before
There you
date?
go.
Hang on.
The best
Best
before date.
before the 25th of September.
Yeah. So
So it's next
it's
week.
not a used by.
It's
So it
best
just
before.
means that it'll be at its utmost of what it's supposed to be prior or on that date. Anything after it may be a little stale.
So if you were to go a month over that,
So yes, it's not it. Look,
you can have a
you
crack.
could probably still eat it, but you may not enjoy it as much. So normally what I like to do is if I've only opened one, I only eat one,
Hmm.
I use a pair of scissors and have the label in the
Okay.
airtight, because you put it in a container,
Yep.
and then so you can just see it.
So you think it's a safe thing to do? Like we're saying you can do it,
If
like a
it's a
day or
used
two.
by,
Yeah, a
remember
day
those
or
are the
two.
rules. Used by date is food safety.
Yeah.
Best before
Because
is for quality.
some people have got, you know, iron stomachs. Like I'll have something that is a day or two, like milk,
Yeah,
and well, not that I drink milk anymore, but I used to, and no problem. Whereas the Athena real estate were to do it, well then,
yeah, she's all sorts. Well,
nah, it's not.
we have the same
It's not a
problem
good time.
in the Western studios.
It's
It's
not a good
all
time.
yeah,
It's all hands on
everyone's
deck.
sick. Yeah, if it's one day out, everyone's sick. But
So,
this is not me. I have the iron stomach.
mm, so I have the iron
I don't.
stomach as well. I could
Yeah,
eat chicken. I could eat chicken
yeah,
a week after it's been cooked and been in the fridge for a week,
yeah.
and not have a problem.
So it's about the level of uh, bacteria that exists in the
Yeah,
product, and it just leads to
because I suppose
food poisoning for people that are more sensitive.
yeah, I mean, it's important to have those on the products. Ethically speaking, it's like you said, it's for food safety, being the used by, and that's why I have them on the products. But not all products have them. I don't know. Do all products
No,
have a used by
well, all
or
the
a
ones
best
that I have,
before? Do they need
yeah,
to have
all the ones that I have here as examples
like a
all
drink, right?
say best before,
So I don't know whether the package. This may not have.
but
Oh, here we go. Here we go. I got one on the bottom here.
that's yogurt.
So this says this can of Booch has got it, and it says best before the 22nd of June. 2023.
Well, I have to be careful. I don't want to empty half my can on the Z-Book.
Why not? You would put milk on it.
It's already my space bar. My space bar, if it may not work next week.
I think every single
Yeah,
food item
so
needs to have it on there.
same.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, it's law.
It has to. So every
it's
item
law.
of food needs to be labeled with a best before or a used by, right? It does.
Yes.
Yep.
For
There
food
you go.
safety.
Yeah. So I think
But as I was trying to find examples, I
Mhm.
came across, which my lovely Shakira knows me more than anything else. So got some lovely ice cream,
de nada,
which means
of nothing.
you're welcome.
Oh,
No, it
does
means
it?
you're welcome.
Of
Yeah.
nada. Isn't nada nothing? Oh, yeah, de nada.
but
It's nothing.
de nada
Yeah,
means
it's nothing.
like
You're welcome.
of
Yes.
nothing. Yep.
Yes.
So absolutely fantastic. It's plant-based. It has no sugar, and please read the write-up
No,
for our
almonds.
viewers.
Almonds. The L is silent. Almonds, but the crunch is loud.
Almonds.
Our almond pops are smothered with milky chalk that's packed with a generous almond per bite nuttiness. God help me. Crack through to taste our sugar-free, gluten-free, taste-free, nothing enjoyable free, de nada vanilla in all its creamy vanilla bean flecked glory.
Flecked glory.
You're welcome. De nada.
De nada.
Good God.
It's really good.
So they got these,
mean,
but the
this
Golden
is-
Gate time can't make a comeback. I mean, come
It's
on.
not because I spent for two. We actually
much is one of
she
those?
bought that as well. She
The
bought
Golden
the
Gate
gay
times.
time
Oh, can you get them? Oh, they're
in the
back now.
freezer. Yeah,
They're back now.
yeah. They haven't switched them off yet,
Oh,
or found another name for them.
oh, okay. Well, yeah. Let's not get into that.
And have a look at how the packaging is.
What is that?
Sugar, nada.
So what?
I mean,
they taste alright.
they taste absolutely fantastic, equal
Oh,
to Magnum.
really?
They're really, really good.
How
And
many
it's not
calories?
just because I spent for 2 weeks on plant-based that now I'm a changed man or anything, but it's just excellent.
What's the calories on that thing?
There you go. You can read that.
We got here. We got 82 grams. Calories per serve, 200 calories. It's not bad. What do we got here? Carbs, 4.2. Fats. It's actually not that bad. Sugars are pretty low.
That's what I'm saying.
There you go.
Another. So I was
What's the use by
really
on that?
impressed.
What's the use by
The
on that?
use by, which I just found it, is the 2nd of the 6th, 2024. Long shelf life.
Jeez. How does that have such a long shelf life with no sugar
Because
in
it's
it?
got no dairy in it, Phil. That's
Ah.
why.
So what
No
are they?
dairy.
So it's just almonds. It's just whipped up almonds. Is that what the center is? The ice cream part is made out of almonds.
No, the almonds are in the chocolate on the outside. It's like a Magnum. It's like an almond Magnum.
Yeah, no, but so the ice cream is made of what?
I don't know.
What? What's it made of?
Water and coconut.
Water and coconut.
How do
Wow.
you row
Whoa.
a canoe filled with puppies?
Uh,
How do you row a canoe filled with puppies?
how?
You bring out the doggy paddle.
Knew it was gonna be something ridiculous like that. I should
And
have
as
known.
Phil reaches for the mute button,
Oh
it's
man,
now
I can for this
time
mute button.
for our favorite segment.
Oh, fantastic! How many we got? We should have heaps.
1, 2, 3.
Dude,
Dude, that's
not
parking.
parking.
Phil cannot get it.
I get it on my side. You must be a delay on your side, but it comes out
it-
perfect.
It must be the Huawei modem.
The Huawei.
So I'm going to start with.
We'll
I'm
get
not
back
even
to
going to.
do this.
I'm not even going to intro it. I'm not
Yeah.
even going to intro it.
Just jump into it, and then I think we've covered Ivan's topic off, but then we'll just wrap it up at the end. What do we got?
Oh, you
Oh,
can't see
no.
it. I'm so sorry.
Oh, boo.
I cropped
Boo.
the picture too much.
Oh, no.
But one wheel is on the curb.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry.
what that would have been
Sorry,
fantastic.
Ivan.
I've been looking for one of those for a long time. One
Just one
wheel on the
one
curb.
wheel is on the curve.
How did it do
One
that?
wheel on the curve.
Do you still have the photo?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll sort
we'll
out
get it
next
right
time.
for next week.
Yeah.
We'll get it right for next week. Oh,
And there's your one from Uncle Phil.
look at that. Perfect. Look at that. Mate. Now, full disclosure on this photo, I didn't realize that the driver of the vehicle was actually at the car doing something in the back
And
seat.
stared at you while you were
No.
sitting.
And then I needed to do this sneakily and make out as if I was doing something on my phone work related. Because I had one of the Smurfs with me, who then gave me the Spanish Inquisition of
Why are you taking
Dad.
a photo of
No,
that lady in her car?
her thing was, Dad, what were you doing? You just take a photo of that lady's car. Why don't you take a photo of that lady's car? I go, I wasn't taking a photo of that lady's car. She goes, why would you point your camera? Anyway, I got myself out of it. But just the
You shouldn't
lengths.
lie, Dad.
The lengths I'm going to find these photos. But look at that. Look at that. That person would have gone into the establishment that we were at and then left their car like that.
Yep.
Look at that.
With no remorse.
Nah. Oh, here we go.
Lamborghini.
Jeez. Do you know why that's so
another friend
far
of the
out?
show.
That's the
That's from Natalie.
86-year-old dude that owns their car. Shouldn't be driving. That's what that
And
is.
I'm sure he's got those really high waisted pants and the hair all slicked back.
The silver
You know when you get
fox.
old, when men get old, they lose.
Silver fox and the blue glasses, the tint.
Yeah. And he has to reach over his shoulder for his wallet.
Look at that. How old is that Lambo? Oh my goodness.
It's the first Gallardo.
Yeah.
We even had one from Ivan,
Perfect. Look at that.
our number one fan.
Nailed it.
Our number one fan overseas, which he shall be formerly known.
Couldn't get it.
as
Look, on the line.
Point.
That'll do. That'll do.
Yep. Dude,
Perfect.
that's not parking in Tasmania.
Oh, good God. Look at that. Have a look at that. You could fit a smart car in that spot.
In the middle. That'd be great if there was someone with a
Imagine
smart
that.
car and they just went straight.
How good. We'd have to say, dude, that's parking. Have a look at that.
So this one I like to call dude.
Does my
That's
head in.
not for carring.
What is that?
That is a taxi and a Camry. It's two of the worst evils ever
Oh my
known.
goodness, look at that.
That's from Justin.
Hang on, 1 second. I got one of the Smurfs in here. It's all good.
So what's happening with the Southeastern Studios?
Yeah, mate, it's all happening. Got one of the Smurfs in. She just needed something. She's all
Right.
good.
Hi,
But look
Lily.
at that. Why that? Could you put any more highlights? Are you sure that's a taxi?
Have a look at the number plate.
Oh, it is
It's a
too.
taxi.
But how come it? Oh, what?
I'm struggling for words in how absent of any kind of
Was there a tissue box in the back parcel shelf?
resemblance of
Wow.
what standards you could possibly. Anyway, that's just offensive on all levels.
Yeah, no, for you it is.
This one was one I got from. This is Volvo Drivers. Now, can you see the blocks of foam? I know it's a black car, but you got to look closely.
Yeah.
You see the blocks of foam when you look
I'm trying to find.
on the door line. See the door line and the handles. Can you see the blocks?
The blocks.
Yeah, there's black blocks. I know it's a black car.
Yeah.
Are you able to see the black blocks?
I'm trying
sta-
to.
Foam blocks on the doors on the
Oh,
outside
yeah.
of the.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Now I see what you're talking about.
Yeah.
There's a little one. Yeah. There's a little, like
Yeah.
a. Oh, hang on. It's like one of those pictures when you really stand properly and they come out. I can see them now. They're like guards.
Yeah.
Wow.
Volvos.
You would not park next to that person. That
No.
is the biggest red flag you could ever find.
If
Seriously.
they need foam blocks, so
They need, mate.
and it's the
They're just
irony
flinging their doors open.
that they're protecting other people's cars with the foam block, not their own. I think maybe the notion is that somehow they're helping themselves, but
Oh my God,
you're actually helping strangers.
yeah, they sort of blended in for a minute, but then I noticed them. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I've seen something similar around Glen Waverley, which, well, pretty much
Well,
explains everything. So let's move on.
the stereotypes just keep rolling on.
Sorry, I shouldn't. It's not.
That is
Just
that,
saying,
that
that's where I've
is
seen it.
for sure. Just saying.
Yeah. Wow, dude. It's taken off
That's
that
not
segment.
parking.
It's not parking. It's definitely taken off. It's
So
getting better
I
and
just
better.
wanted to roll in some quick updates. I'm sure we've all completely forgotten about MacSticks,
Oh, not
our
our
favorite candidate for the Senate.
candidate, Max Diggs. Come on.
MacSticks.
How's he
So
doing?
MacSticks ended up with 5,871 votes,
He did.
which
Good on
is
you, Maxie.
which was really good going. So
Yeah, well done, mate.
I'm thinking about trying to reach out to him
Mm-hmm.
and see if he will be able to
Chat in the podcast.
spend
No.
some time with us. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, I
I'm
can
gonna
only
try.
ask. Let him know it's
Can
only
only
40
ask and
minutes. Let him
can
know we've
only
only got
say
40
no.
minutes. And on this
But
podcast, I want
you
you.
can't see the poster.
The technology.
Good.
Well, we're close to winding this one up.
Technology let me down.
Yeah,
We are
that
very
happens.
close. So, in conclusion,
Yes.
a love letter went out to use by dates.
Mm-hmm.
A love letter of common sense went out to use by dates and to everyone. Hopefully, this was an educational
Yeah,
experience because I'm sure we've all done the same thing.
we've wondered.
We have a look at it
Should
and
I?
think, eh,
Should I?
give it a sniff.
Should I
It's
push the
okay.
envelope on this one, or should I just
Yeah,
let it go through to the
I'll
keeper?
try it.
So
I'll
yes,
try it.
fair enough. Nice. Our
So,
socials.
Our first
Yeah.
topic.
Yep.
From a subscriber.
Yes, it was. And thank you, Ivan, for that. And for any other people who want to suggest a topic,
The socials.
we have our socials, which is the Two Dads Podcast, which is TOODADS.PC@gmail.com, or leave a message on one of our videos here and subscribe, like, please. Two Dads here
Go
on
into the
YouTube
comments
or on,
below, like,
on
subscribe.
you can listen to us on Spotify, but you miss out on all the great graphics and all the technology that sometimes work and sometimes doesn't work. So join us here on
On
YouTube,
the photos
please.
that are out of frame.
Exactly. But until next week, and we'll come back with Ivan's one because I want to see that wheel. Adios, amigos.
Adios, muchachos.
Buenos noches.
Feliz noches.